Hello, lovelies. It's G here from Go to Third Tarot, and I'm here to bring you another channeled message. I hope this message is finding you blessed and full of abundance, as always, my sweets, okay? So let's go ahead and jump in and find out what Spirit wants to talk about. So we're going to go in with this handmade deck and see what is it that you want to talk about today. Spirit. Okay. So let's talk about her. So we could be talking about a feminine energy, or specifically a woman or a girl. Let's talk about the lies or lies. Wow. I see. Let's talk about soulmates on the back of the deck right here. Doesn't come out. Spirit saying 3 more. So we're gonna, let's see. What else do you want to talk about? Ooh, let's talk about you and me. So that's giving me that soulmate energy. Let's talk about happiness. Are you happy? I just heard somebody say, I'm not happy. I don't know if this is you or if this is this other person. There's one more, Spirit, please. What? Please give us some clues about what you want to talk about today, Spirit. Thank you. Let's talk about spirit. Okay. And I see that that's so funny. Let's talk about the moon, and then on the back of the pre-shuffle is the moon card. Okay. So synchronicity is already showing up here on the back of the pre-shuffle. I'm sorry. Excuse me. On the back of the pre-shuffle of the Witch's Wisdom, we have Hex in reverse. That's reading as like a karmic cycle to me. And we said, let's talk about her. And underneath the moon here is the Empress. Let's talk about the Empress. Let's talk about, for somebody, this could be about your mother. This could be about you if you are a mother. This could talk about you if you are wanting to be a mother, thinking about becoming a mother, talking about healing wounds in order to become a better parent or be a good parent in the future. Not that I'm saying you're a bad parent now, but healing wounds and doing that always helps all of our relationships get better, right? With this, are you happy? I feel like either you want to talk with somebody about your happiness, or somebody here wants to talk with you about their unhappiness, right? Like, let's talk about happiness, because I heard that I'm not happy, right? I'm not happy with the way things are. That could be the lie. You know, the lie is, oh yeah, I'm fine. Oh yeah, I'm happy. Oh yeah, I'm satisfied where I am. I'm getting like so many different things because there's so many different combinations sticking out here to me. Because let's talk about you and me is leading me back over here to the Spirit card. Let's talk about you and Spirit and your relationship together. And your relationship with your feminine energy. With a feminine energy, or you're with your own internal feminine energy. I'm just being guided to see how in both of these cards, I'm just being guided. Are you okay? In both of these cards right here, that this woman, in the moon card and in this card, they're both bare. And so I feel like there's this kind of energy of like, let me be truthful, let me be honest, let me strip away the layers, let me strip away the lies, and let's be honest about the moon, what's really hidden underneath, right? With this lies and the moon being on the back of the deck, right? It's some kind of hidden emotions here. What suppressing the fact that the fact that you or somebody here is suppressing the fact that they're really not as happy as they come across. Somebody here could be trying to say you're not as happy as you come across, or as happy as, you know, your exterior shows, or, you know, it's like, okay, I try to present a very strong or a very like united front or a happy face, you know, but inside I have struggles, which we all do, right? Nope. Spirit wants to talk about this. Okay. Let's talk about the lie, Spirit. What's the lie? Winter. It's a lie. I'm not happy. I feel like I'm in this winter energy. I feel like I'm without. I feel this is giving me like kind of like a Five of Pentacles energy. Like I feel alone, left out in the cold, abandoned, misguided, misused, unavailable. Right? It feels like somebody here is going through like an emotional winter. Like they're shut down. Like they're disconnected. Okay, let's talk about the Empress then. What's going on with this Empress? Grounding. Okay, so this could be about grounding in. This Empress energy here. Somebody here could be trying to ground in. I mean, it's also, I mean, it's very, you know, I see that Earth card up there, right? And then we have here very much so like this Empress very much looks kind of like Mother Earth. Communication. I just itched my nose. Communication. Let's talk about Spirit. Somebody here could be receiving communication from Gaia, from Earth. Grounding in a higher vibrational energy. And here we have Homeland Foundation and prosperity. Let's talk about me and you and Spirit working together. It's like this kind of Earth, Gaia, collective consciousness energy, this higher collective consciousness energy about grounding in this higher vibrational energy so that you can actually achieve this level of happiness. You're hiding your emotions, or you're hiding how you're really feeling about something. You're hiding your dissatisfaction. Perhaps maybe you feel slightly afraid to express dissatisfaction because it's like, oh, I need to be grateful. I need to be grateful for all the blessings that I have in my life. I need to concentrate on the good things, not the things that I'm unhappy with. Excuse me, which I would agree with to a point, right? But then afterwards, there's, you know, after that point, it kind of leads you to like this emotional disconnection. Like, if I'm not acknowledging what's truly making me unhappy, how can I change it? How can I do something about it? You know, if I'm constantly being, I'm fine, I'm fine, I'm fine, I'm fine, I'm fine, I'm fine. This is part of a contract here. A contract of self-awareness, of being more in touch with your emotions and with your feelings. Again, like if you're feeling like, no, I'm happy, I'm fine, maybe this reading isn't for you. That's okay. There could be something in here, but if it's not resonating for you, be blessed. I'll see you in the next one, hopefully, right? Healer. Again, with that grounding energy, look at the witch, like walking through the woods, getting this healing energy from nature. We have the crows here in both imagery as well. And then we have alchemist here. There's something here about your connection to nature. And now I'm seeing here how she has like the pomegranate in her hand. She has the bananas in her hand. She has like the pineapple. Spirit could be telling you, hey, you need to eat more fruits and vegetables. More leafy greens, more fresh green, like raw ingredients, organic raw ingredients from the earth, less processed. Yes. Especially if you're trying to give birth to something, if you're trying to up like your connection to the earth, you're up your connection to spirit, up your connection to like this kind of fertility energy here. If you're trying to reconnect in, there's something here about having food, having, you know, taking in things that are more in in their natural state, less processed, less touched by man. Maybe, sorry, I'm hot. You guys got to put my hair up. That was also something there is like somebody here might have decided, you know, I want to take a break. You might have decided you wanted to take a permanent break. Okay. From the opposite sex. Okay. Maybe some of you decided, you know, like, hey, I want to purify my body. And it's not about, I'm not calling, you know, the people that you had in your past like dirty or anything like that, but it's just like, you know what, I want to purify myself and I want to make myself the most like highest vibrational whole version of just me. I want just my energy, just me and spirit in the earth, like connecting really deeply with each other. This could be a definite invitation here if you are trying to connect deeper to that feminine mother energy. You know, it's literally about having more of Mother Earth inside of you. It's kind of the, you know, like, hey, you know, try maybe like a raw food diet for a little bit. Obviously, consult your doctor and things like that before you do anything like that, before you try to change over or you try to, say, become vegan or something like that. If you are thinking about doing those things, definitely consult your doctor, do your research, know how to do it properly, right? Especially during your transition time and everything like that. Make sure you're monitoring yourself and you're monitoring your caloric intake and everything. Do it the safe way. But if you have been thinking about that, let this be your confirmation of spirit being like, yes, something like that would be very profitable for you and your body right now. There is also this energy of like Mother Earth saying like, I want to heal you. Like, I want to heal you with this healer card here. Come into nature. Come and sit outside. Come and sit in my fields. Come and bathe in my waters. Take in the food, you know, the fruits that I grow, that I produce here. Listen to the wind. Take in that fresh air. Like, take me into you. It's kind of this energy that I'm getting. Like, take me into you. Reconnect. If you are having this issue connecting with true deep happiness, a true deep sense of purpose, a sense of direction, a sense of path, like which way should I go, right? This kind of moon card is giving me this, like, which way should I go? Ace of Pentacles, you will be guided. You will be guided. And if you are trying to tap into a deeper emotion here with this Queen of Cups, like, that's what will assist you greatly. Assist you greatly. Somebody here is trying to be, y'all trying to be funny, because somebody here said, oh, don't worry, I take in plenty of green things every day. I'm not talking about in your lungs, okay? I'm talking about in your stomach. That's funny, but um there is also a message here. Yes, thank you. I see it. The broom that's over here. Clearance. Cleansing. Going on some kind of cleansing here. For some of you, maybe you might be wanting to go onto some kind of, you might be wanting to take some kind of vacation. Maybe you're just like, I just need to disconnect. I need to like go off in the woods, like rent a cabin off in the woods, or go like rent a little beach bungalow and just like be by myself. Turn off my phone, you know, journal, maybe make some art, connect, just sit outside and just silence and just listen. Listen, listen, listen. Oh yes, I'm hearing that energy. That's so funny too, because right when I was thinking that, the wind picked up, and I've gotten this kind of imagery before where it was the scene from the Disney movie Pocahontas, where Pocahontas is talking to Mother Willow and she's like, I don't understand what is my path, you know, and she starts singing and she tells her like, listen with your heart, you will understand, right? And in that part, like the wind starts blowing and moving around and she's like, shh, listen, you know, like listen with your heart, like dive. Ooh, I'm getting the chills and I got a sweater on, you guys. Look at that. Look at those chill bumps. I get the chill bumps. You have like this really big like nature spirit, like this invitation from Gaia, this invitation. You might be working with elementals. You might be working with some like Fae energy. But there is this kind of energy of like, connect to me. Connect to me. Because the devil energy has you up here in your mind. Like it's up here in your mind. There's too much like chatter is what I'm hearing. It's just like, you know, there's always some kind of noise. There's always talking and I'm here and I'm there and I'm watching this and I'm watching that and just screen time is really high right now. There's too much chatter. There's something here about like, shh, quiet your mind, quiet your soul, quiet your body. Sit still. Sit still. Because there's something here about someone feeling like, oh, like if I'm wasting my day if I just like sit around and meditate, or if I, you know, if I rest, if my body is tired and I actually sit down and I rest, I'm wasting my time. And Spirit is like giving back to yourself, showing up for yourself, slowing down is not a waste of your time. It's not a waste of your time. Spirit just reminded me that I was having a conversation with Spirit earlier today before I left my house. It was very, very early this morning. I'm trying to remember. Okay, they're saying move on. We'll talk about it later. Okay. So, okay. Maybe even some of you want to get into more like herbal magic, or like the use of like herbs and spices in your food or in your tea, like getting more into teas. It's starting to get more into like fall energy is coming around. So maybe, you know, Spirit is saying, hey, start bringing out your herbal teas. Let's start talking about it. Harvest time could be coming up. So you could have... Ooh. Let's have the Death card, the Boundaries card, and the Cottage Security card. Cutting ties, bringing an end, so that you can have the security. And then look what's outside this door. Look, it's the basket and the broom where this witch was walking in the woods. All right, see, she has the basket and then the broom right there beside her. You can kind of barely see the broom right there. There it is. There's the broom and there's that same basket, and it still has those same herbs in it, sitting right there outside the door. Yeah, and oh my gosh, I've never seen that before. As many times I've looked. Look, and there she is. She still has her hat on. She's right there in the window. Like she just walked inside and set this down and just closed the door and sit inside to take her cloak off and take her hat off, right? There's something here about going on a journey. Some of you might be doing some kind of shamanic healing right now. I'm also getting that too. To bring home, right? To create a new foundation for yourself, right? You're creating a new foundation that's going to bring in a lot of prosperity, a lot of happiness, a lot of balance into your life, a lot of grounding into your life. Spirit is saying, turn it off, quiet your mind, quiet your body, get your body clean, get it high vibing, and go shh. Spend some time, just you and Spirit. Some of you, you might go for a barefoot walk in the woods or something like that, right? Just go and standing outside, grounding. Like I said, some of you, it might be in the water, it might be on the land. It might be a particular place that you like to go that just like gives you like this beautiful vista where you can see like the sunrise, or like where you can see this beautiful sunsets. You know, it's somewhere where you get away and it's just you, and you can quiet your mind and quiet your thought process and quiet any kind of like devil energy that might be trying to chatter, give you all this mind chatter. Sorry about that. But you're definitely getting like a clear download, a clear message. Cut this off and bring it to an end. That's how you're going to bring in this prosperity to this new foundation. Yeah, I literally just saw somebody like sitting there, and then I saw like a lightning bolt come and like hit them right in the forehead, and then they're like, like it's like the sudden realization. Like having this huge tower moment. That's it. Eureka, right? Like that's it. Like get your mind and your body really quiet, really grounded. And Spirit says, you know, there's no need to lie to yourself. There's no need to lie to me. There's no need to hide how you really feel. Don't hide from your emotions. They're your guide. Let them guide you, right? Your emotions aren't your master. They're your guidance system. Right? Don't worry, you're being protected. For some of you right now, you know, Spirit might be saying you might be looking into doing some kind of herbal protection spells and things on yourself, okay, right now. If you're feeling guided to do that, definitely, you know, this might be your cue to say, okay, hey, like what herbs, what spices, what ingredients are really good for, you know, for protection. We are starting to get into the later season. I know that like school season just started back where I live. And so kids are going back to school, right? People are going back to work. Cold and flu season is starting. Okay. So upping your immune boosting, getting some of that vitamin C inside of you, really getting on, you know, taking some herbs or vitamins that are really going to boost your immune system. Spirit saying big, big, big right now, especially fruits, some kind of fruits and vegetables, like really get into it. Get your body really as healthy as you can right now, you know. Something here about seeds and grains as well. Seeds and grains, really important. Somebody's been craving cilantro. Yeah, there's something in the cilantro that you need. Go ahead and get you some. Make you some salsa, or like, I don't know, you know, whatever you want to put your cilantro in. Get you some. Get you some and get it. Some of you could have been craving like Hispanic food or craving like salsa or something. It's the cilantro. That's what your body is craving. There's something in cilantro that your body is craving right now. And I just keep hearing that. Listen with your heart. You will understand. Book of Shadows, secret. Yes. Your ancestors, right? We have those crows. Crows are big symbols of ancestors for me. Your ancestors want to talk to you. Want to speak with you. Want to speak with you about giving some kind of secrets here. Okay? If some of you have been like getting a bunch of crazy downloads and journaling like I have, I've been creating, I have so many books of secret, but like creating, you know, if some of you have been being really drawn to that, you know, creating, you know, doing like that book of shadows, sitting down and just writing down like your herbs, your recipes, your protection spells, doing like little doodles and drawings and writing it all out. Get it out. Get it out. Woo! Okay, let's talk about it. A cycle is coming to an end in this fall, because we were just talking about it being fall and the season's changing over. Obviously, this is a timeless reading, so it's going to find you when it's meant to find you. Okay. However, if you're already past fall, if we're already in winter, or we're already back in spring of 2026, I don't know when you're going to find this. It's 111 down on the real time clock. Okay, you're manifesting this in. maybe it's like look back. Okay, we could be talking about next fall, this coming up fall, if you're already in 2026, or you could be, if you're past fall already, it could be about looking back, reflecting on something that might have happened, giving you some kind of clarity on something that might have happened during the fall. If you're still, late summer, it's August, it's like the beginning, beginning of mid-August when I'm recording this. We're going into the fall season. Here it comes. Okay. So Spirit is saying that there's a cycle here of winter. This kind of winter energy. There's a cycle here of winter, of this, not the actual season of winter, but kind of how people will say you're in a season of winter, as in things are kind of shut down, you're kind of detached, things aren't growing, things aren't, you're kind of in that hermit energy of shutting down, going inside, and reflecting. There's this kind of end to this transitional energy is happening here, and it's bringing the end of a cycle. So be aware if you've been getting downloads, if you've been, writing out stuff, journaling out stuff, go back and read it and look over it, because there's something that you've missed here, or there's some kind of secret. If you're looking for some kind of direction, Spirit is saying we've already given it to you. Okay? I also feel like look at that. I was just about to say, I feel like there's going to be some kind of return of passion here. We have this fire passion card, and there's the summer card, right? There's kind of this kind of harvest energy that's happening. We've been talking about that, right? You've planted the seeds, the fruit have been growing. Now it's time to harvest. Now it's time for those blessings to come in. So get your body nice and good and focused, right? Mind, body, spirit, get it focused, right? Get it focused so that when it comes in, you're sharp and you're on it and you're ready to act, You've been in this reflective, inner, looking and looking and looking, and now that you're finding that direction, Spirit is saying it's time to act. It's time to focus that energy. Baby. Oh my goodness. Did you get it, baby? There is a biting fly in here in my house, and it keeps messing with my dogs. Did you get it, baby? What? Where did that come from out of nowhere? It's a bee. How did that be? It's a bumblebee. No. Leave it alone. Hold on. Sorry. Okay, that was interesting. Okay, don't worry, you guys. I got the bee. She didn't hurt it. But there is also a biting fly in here. But that bee, I don't know where that bee came from. But that's so funny because the summer card, right? Awakening. There's an awakening. Where'd the summer card go? It was right here. I don't know where I put it. But anyway, because the summer card has the bee, it's this bee energy, right? Coming to harvest. Summer and bright and fun. Please don't slam the door. Thanks. Are you okay, baby? Okay. Yeah, something might be very surprising. Something that has been popping up that you might have perceived as kind of an annoyance is actually going to pop up, and it's gonna be like, hey, you're like, no, not right now. Hey, you're like, not right now. You're like, hey, you're like, what? It's like, I'd like to give you this. It's like, oh, actually, I'm happy that this popped up right now. There's something there. There's something there with that. Yeah, you set some kind of intention, and it's coming back around now. With all the shadow work that you've been doing. Something that has been triggering you has been happening, not to annoy you or not to just make you linger in discomfort, but to have you look at it so that you can purge it. So that you can purge it. Oh my goodness. Passion. Fire. Because I was hearing anger. It could be some kind of anger. You could have some kind of anger coming up to the surface right now, and you're just like, oh, I just don't have time for this right now. I'm trying to do this or I'm trying to do that. You know, it's kind of inconvenient that I'm on like a hairpin trigger. Like there's something that's bothering you, right? You're lying about how you really feel about something. And it's actually like, are you happy? No, actually, I'm quite angry. I'm kind of pissed off. I'm feeling like this. I'm feeling like that. Okay. Honor the way that you feel. There's some kind of devil energy here telling you like you're not allowed, like it's trying to keep you silent, or it's trying, you know, and I'm not trying to say, you know, like act on your anger and, you know, lash out that anger. That's not what I'm saying. In fact, I'm trying to tell you the opposite. If you keep, Spirit is kind of giving you this kind of advice that if you keep shoving it down, you're going to end up blowing up. You're going to end up lashing out. You're going to end up, you know, and that's what it kind of is that like kind of niggling, kind of just like scratch. You're like, I just want it to go away. I just don't want it to be there anymore. You have to honor it. It's not just going to go away. You're going to have to honor it and look at it. Acknowledge it. Yeah. There's some kind of energy here of, this is a part of integrating your shadow here with this union hand fasting energy. This is a part of integrating your shadow. And there actually is a part of your shadow that is like, it's almost like they're showing me like on the opposite side of your anger is some kind of passion or some kind of drive. Like if you transmuted that anger, the anger energy that's rising up, it's so passionate and it's so, you know, you know, and it's reminding me of all of those kind of like TikToks and things that people say is that, you know, men, quote unquote, men, you know, get out of calling women emotional, like anger is an emotion, right? Like guys say, oh, I'm not emotional. They're like, oh, I'm not angry, I'm passionate. That kind of like red pill speak kind of thing, you know? But there is something here about like anger is like the shadow version of passion, right? Like when your passions and your drives and your desires get pushed down, they turn into they flip into a shadow version, which is anger, right? And so there's something here about being like, I'm angry. Okay, be angry, but transmute it. Acknowledge that you're angry. Okay, I'm angry. What are you going to do about it? Turn that anger, turn whatever you're mad about into some kind of passion and some kind of drive to change your circumstances. You're angry that somebody keeps taking advantage of you. Turn it into a passion. Turn it into drive. Turn it into, no, I feel very motivated to set boundaries with you or get away from you or break up with you or move away from you. Like, you're not just going to sit here and trigger me. I'm going to set a boundary and I'm going to get you out of my life. Okay? You're angry because your finances or your foundation is not right or you haven't found your way. Flip that anger into passion, into a drive, into a passion to chase after something, to discover it, dig into it, right? There's something here about grounding that energy and understanding that your emotions aren't meant to be your enemy, but they're also not meant to be your master, right? You are the master of your emotions, not the other way around, right? And how do you master your emotions? By understanding that low vibrational emotions serve their purpose and you transmuting that energy and flipping it, right? Flip that fear into inspiration. Flip that anger into passion and drive to chase after something, right? Flip that anxiety into getting it done so that the anxiety is not there anymore, right? Motivation, like flip it. There's something, you know, it's kind of like how they say the difference between like shame and guilt. Like shame is not productive, but guilt is, you know, because shame is more of like a destructive kind of energy, while guilt can be more constructive. Guilt can be more easily flipped over into a constructive, like, okay, this is constructive. I can build off of this. I feel guilty, which means that I recognize that I did something wrong, or, so I need to change that behavior. Shame just keeps you down, right? It keeps you trapped. It keeps you down. It starts building more low vibrational energy of I'm not worth it, right? So it's kind of this energy of spirit saying, like, be that magician. If you're angry, flip it into a passion. Flip it into a drive. You feel this need to chase after justice? Okay, flip it. Start making content about whatever made you angry, about whatever trauma you went through. Start flipping it. Flip it around. Put it down, flip it, and reverse it. Flip the script on it. And understand that every spirit, this is an invitation. These emotions coming up here, right, are an invitation for you to stop denying yourself, right? Stop denying yourself. Stop burying how you really feel about things. Burying. Excuse me. But it's like, yeah, like be bare. Like we talked about that earlier. Bear it. You don't not bear it as in like you just deal with it. Bear it as in like release it. Take the mask off. Let it see the light of day, and then transmute it, right? Transmute it. That taking that mask off, taking that anger and understanding. We've talked about that before, about digging deep underneath your emotions. What's underneath the anger? Oh, well, guilt. What's underneath the guilt? It's shame. Well, what's underneath the shame? It's fear. Okay, what's underneath that fear? It's pain. Then heal it. Heal it. And kind of take it back up and, heal and shine that light on that shadow energy, right? On that darkness. We don't ever get rid of our shadow. We can't ever get rid of our ego. We need our ego to survive. We just need a healthy ego, not an ego that's in darkness, right? We need an ego that's in its place, that is not in the driver's seat, right? You still need your ego to be an echo in the back, right? We can never get rid of it completely, right? But we can get to the place where we can completely override it with our conscious thought, right? We can be very conscious in our thought and override that ego. Be very mindful of your words and your intentions right now. We are in a Mercury retrograde right now. Mercury retrograde just started. And so, are we still pre-shadow? But anyway, I know that it is going to be affecting us. Yeah. Right? Finding your power, that witch walking through the woods. Right? Going out there, collecting the herb, the secrets and the herbs. Okay, I've went up to the mountaintop. I've gotten the whispers. I've heard them talking about me, writing in my book of shadows, writing it down. Okay, I need to get this. I need to get that. I need to get this. Then I'm going to go out into nature, gather what I need, right? Connect, gather, ground, silence the fears, the doubt, the anger, transmute it, bring it home. And transmute it into security. Transmute it into a better foundation for yourself. Not a foundation built in anger. Not a foundation built in fear. Not a foundation built on hurt and wounding. You don't have to hide this part of yourself anymore. For some of you, maybe perhaps you were taught to hide your emotions because maybe the people that raised you or the people that you were around felt that emotions were weak, or felt that, or they were just like, I don't want to deal with your emotions. I don't care about your emotions. I don't care what you're going through. Just be quiet about it. Just silence about it. So like there's this big erupting of, I'm tired of being silent. We talk about here on the channel about making sure that you don't become, like we talked about that a lot. What was it? I think it was in the Saturn retrograde that we talked about. that reading about you not becoming that person, you know, like how you were silenced or you were hurt, and now you're that person silencing yourself, right? Stepping into that role and allowing that abusive voice that perhaps at one point was exterior to you to have become your inner monologue, right? Of no, you can't. No, you're not good enough. No, you know, you should doubt. You should fear other people's doubts, other people's fears, whether they be from a specific person or whether they be just from you absorbing it from the collective consciousness, right? Yes. Thank you, Spirit. Doubting your power. Yes, that's what I was talking about. I was talking about because I had been listening to a reading and I realized that the reader in that reading said, oh well, you know, yeah, you are gonna be with your person, you know, it's not a fairy tale. I'm not shipping you a fairy tale. How is it a fairy tale? How is it a fairy tale? How has our collective consciousness become actually being surrounded by people that love and support you? Hello? Being in love with who you are, with your body, mind, body, and soul, doing something for a career or chasing after your passion, being with a actual healthy, loving counterpart and what a soulmate counterpart, partner, husband, wife, whatever, whoever. How is that a fairy tale? Isn't that what Spirit tells us, right? Go inside, heal yourself, do this shadow work, walk down your spiritual path. That's the point. That's the point, is that we want to heal enough to where everybody is choosing to do that, right? Everybody is choosing to take off those masks. As many people as we can get to, right? Where there is enough people where we're actually shifting the collective consciousness, right? And there's this big collective conscious lie that you just need to settle, right? You just need to settle. It's probably one of the biggest like beefs that I have with one of the biggest, excuse me, let me start over again because my soul is getting passionate. Okay. The biggest issue, the biggest problem I think that my soul personally has with a wound that's in our collective consciousness is this kind of feeling that like you just need to settle. You just need to get over it. Like, you know, just settle down with somebody. Go, just hurry up and have kids and settle down with somebody. Just get married. You don't want to be single forever. You know, it's fine. Just settle with friends and family who don't really serve you. Just settle with a partner who really doesn't serve you. Just settle with a job. Nobody's really happy at the job that they go to. Just settle. Just settle. Just settle. It's fine. Life's not a fairy tale. Why do we consider that life that we all aspire to be a fairy tale, right? No, nothing's going to be perfect. But it can be a hell of a lot better than just settling for whatever, right? Why should I have to settle? I don't have to settle, right? And that does not mean things have to be perfect and everything's going to be like just perfect. No. And who even wants a fairy tale anyway? Who even wants a fairy tale anyway? Fairy tales don't even give you the real story, right? All the fairy tales we grew up with stopped at, and the man chose the woman, and they lived happily ever after. What the fuck isn't happily ever after? There's a lot of stuff. The majority of your relationship, the majority of my life happens in the happily ever after that they never show you, right? So no, I don't want to live a fairy tale because fairy tales are not the whole story. But that doesn't mean that we can't aspire for something better, right? Stop disempowering yourself. Come on now. Talk about it, Spirit. Talk about it, Spirit. You better. What did I say? I said that witch went out. She came home. She hung up her broom and put down her stuff, took off her cloak and is in there, right? Come on now. Clearing out this need to conceal yourself, this need to pretend to be someone else. You don't need to pretend. You can call in your power. Right? And there's something here about it always being the witch's face turned away, and then it's about you turning around and looking, not being afraid to look, not being afraid for your face to be shown, not being afraid to clear out all these things, to clear out everything that keeps all these doors in your life locked, to keep yourself concealed away. Stop concealing yourself. Stop telling yourself that it's impossible, that you don't have the power to truly manifest the life that you deserve. You do. And that's what you're hiding. That's the lie you're telling yourself. You're telling yourself, I'm happy, I'm good enough, it's okay, I'm settling. You're not as happy with this settling energy as you want to try to tell everybody, as you want to try to tell yourself. You're not happy. Your soul is telling you. And I'm not trying to tell you, oh, you're sad, you're miserable, you're depressed, you're lying to yourself. I'm just saying that there is a part of you that's just like, I'm not satisfied with just good enough, with just well enough. I'm not satisfied leaving it alone. I'm not satisfied just settling. And I won't be. And I won't be settling. I won't be happy with just settling and just being okay and it just being enough. No. No, I won't. Things don't change, right? Progress requires people to step out of their comfort zones, to step out of what's usual, what's normal, what you've always known, and to be that person who is not scared to be different, to be unique, to be that innovative mind, to be that person, no, nobody in my family's ever done this. Yeah, I'm different from everybody I know. And for a portion of your journey, it might feel like a thankless job. That's what I just heard. I just heard thankless job. But you'll feel thankful. Your soul will be thanking you for throwing off this cloak, for throwing off this concealment, and for allowing your power to arrive. You've been walking this journey so far concealed. You've been walking this journey with this mask on of, I'm happy, I'm fine, I'm settled. This is the way life is supposed to be. All the while knowing deep inside, that's a lie. That's a lie. That's a lie. You're lying to yourself. You're lying to yourself saying that this is good enough, that this is enough, that I don't want any more, that I shouldn't ask for more. Maybe even feeling guilt or shame for asking for more. Because life is good, but it could be great. And I feel like there's this weird kind of like shame of like chasing after more in a genuine way, right? People don't ever shame people for chasing after money or chasing after a bag, but chasing after your dreams, people shame that all the time. It's so weird. It's weird. Who's eating boiled peanuts? I'm jelly. I'm jealous. If you're eating boiled peanuts, I'm jealous. If they're Cajun, oh my God, Cajun boiled peanuts. I just tasted that. They're so good. It just made me so hungry. I said, who's eating boiled peanuts? Or thinking about it, or, maybe, I don't know, maybe you'll just be just so happy with your selling your boiled peanut recipe. I don't know, but there's something here about, don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to embrace your power and embrace how strong listening to your true self really is. To embrace not lying to yourself about how you feel. There's so much power there. There's so much power, self-empowerment that you're just leaving on the table by not acknowledging, by hiding and lying to yourself about what you want. Chase after it. Don't lie to yourself and say, oh, I should just feel grateful with what I have. It's fine to feel grateful for what you have. Please do. Be grateful for what you have. But there's nothing wrong with taking more. There's nothing wrong with asking for more. There's something here about that. there's a big paradigm shift that you're having inside of yourself right now, where it's just kind of like, I don't want to lie to myself about how I feel or what I want or my dreams that I want to chase after. And if people got a problem with it, that seems like a them problem. Amen. Amen, sister. Amen, brother. Okay. Amen, non-normative, gender identity people. Amen, y'all. Okay. Do your damn thing. I'm proud of you. Okay. There's still something here else that Spirit wants to talk about. So y'all been doing, there's this intensification to your powers of manifestation when you're like, it's okay. It's okay for me to ask for more. It's okay for me to say, well enough's not good enough. Right? It's okay for me to say, I want more. I want to go after more. I want to strive for more. Yeah, there's almost like this weird thing where like your soul has like written like a wish fulfillment list, or has written like a letter to the universe. Dear universe, I want to show my 3D self that I really want more. I need to be put in this position where I see that more is available to me. And so there's this intensification kind of energy here. You might have this intensification of this feeling of discomfort, right? This feeling of just like, I feel antsy. I need to travel. I need to leave. I need to do something. Something's just not right. There's just kind of just like this anxiety, like, what is it? What is it? And that's what it is. Your soul, your inner self, your higher self is telling you this is not enough. Lean in and find out what is it that's giving you this discomfort so that you can change it. So that you can do something about it to bring yourself to a much more happy place. Like, lean into what's really going to make you truly happy. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and call you out because I can feel your energy here. Whoever it is that's wanting to lean into something that could be seen as taking away other people's power, it could be some kind of obsessive energy. That's not true happiness. That's not true happiness. Or if you're thinking, well, what if somebody wants to do something bad to somebody and that's what brings them true happiness? That's not true happiness. That's them giving into a dark compulsion. That's not happiness. That's an obsession. That's a compulsion. That's an addiction. And we rarely find happiness chasing after addictions. So don't try to mince my words. And don't try to use my words as an excuse to further your dark agenda. Don't play with me. Yeah, you felt it. That's your ego saying, ow, ow, ow. And if your ego said, ow, 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 then I'm talking to you. Yeah. Unapologetic. I'm unapologetically calling you out on your bullshit. Because some of y'all just love to listen to tarot readers and love to listen to spiritualists and twist around their words to further your dark agendas. It's crazy. Ain't none of us fucking confused. You're the one that's confused. Anyway, and please understand, if that's not for you, it's not for you. Okay? Do the hustle. Yeah, you hustle. He tried to hustle. You uh, don't try to pull me and my words into your tomfoolery. That's crazy. Anyway, there is going to be this rebirth energy here. There's this kind of embracing of having like this healthy shadow energy, right? Of that your shadow is never going to be healthy if you keep denying it, if you keep trying to go through a full ego death and completely get rid of us. None of us. It is neither good either way to try to be all love and light or try to be all darkness. Like there needs to be a balance of both, and you can't get rid of all of one or the other, right? You'll always be in conflict. You'll always be a soul in conflict with itself if you are not trying to search for that balance inside of yourself, of understanding that if you shine a light into your shadow, right, it is also going to cast shadows into the light, right? There's this kind of need to balance that out and to understand that there is power in having this healthy shadow energy. That once you do that shadow work, which is why we're called to do shadow work, right? So that we can have a healthy dose of that dark, calm energy. There has to be a black to a white. There has to be an up to a down. And to have healthy versions of both of it. Okay. That's all that I have for you. I hope this brought the love, light, and clarity that you need into your situation. Yeah. Spirit is leading you to your empowerment. They are. So trust the guidance, even if it's guiding you to places that might be bringing up low vibrational energy. Stop running away from it. Transmute it instead, right? That's what that shining light into your shadow is about, right? Transmuting it so that you can so that when fear or when anger comes up to the surface, you're like, oh, a part of me feels an injustice. A part of me, I need to acknowledge this. Why am I feeling angry? Well, I'm feeling angry because I don't really like the way that person talked to me. It makes me feel like this. It makes me feel like that. Oh, okay. Okay. So we need to establish a better boundary with that person. Yeah. Instead of being like, oh, why am I angry? I'm such a bad person. I shouldn't be angry. I should control my anger. I shouldn't, oh, no, I can't allow myself to feel angry. I can't allow myself. That is more in shadow, right? That's more of a shadow energy than just embracing and allowing, right? Because when you embrace and allow and acknowledge those quote unquote lower vibrational energies, that's when you can understand. You can understand them and understand that they are a guidance system of something deeper within you. So you can transmute it into something that's a lot more conscious thought instead of unconscious, instead of allowing those things and letting them get repressed and turning into things like resentment or jealousy or angry or or envy, or having those moments where it burst out of you in uncontrollable ways and you feel justified in bursting out because it's like, oh my God, this has been bothering me for so long. Okay, then why didn't you speak on it? Now you look like the bad guy because you're blowing up over something, right? Even though that anger might be justified, it's not justified in the sense that, you should have said something. You should have spoke on it. Stop allowing those emotions. Stop running away from those emotions and being like, only bad people are angry. Only bad people feel. Only bad people do this. I'm a bad person because I feel that, or because I feel that. No, you're just human. If it comes up to the surface, look at it, ask yourself why you feel that way, and do something about it. Do something high vibrational and positive about it. Transmute those emotions and flip it and turn it around. I need to set better boundaries. I need to chase after my dreams. I need to stop letting this person do this or do that. I need to stop being the person that overreaches and does this and does that. Right? Toxic goes both ways. Yeah. Look at that. Yeah. There's like this containment energy, right? So instead, again, flip it. Instead of feeling contained, feel like this incubation energy. There is also this energy of feeling like, we've been talking about how flipping the kind of mental process that goes into being like, I'm stuck, I'm confused, I don't know which way to go. Or versus I'm in a pause, I'm in a break, I'm in a quiet moment, I'm in a hermit mode. I'm supposed to be going inside and figuring stuff out and, evaluating myself and evaluating my circumstances and evaluating the people around me, right? It's all about how you view it. It's all about your perception of what's really happening. That's how we are the masters of our own environment. We are the creators of our own environment through how we choose to perceive it. Is my subconscious, my ego, my shadow, my unhealthy shadow, and so I'm a victim, I don't know what's happening around me. Or is it, okay, I'm walking forward in life with conscious thought of what's happening and using my senses to perceive things, and also understand that I will also have feedback, internal feedback. I'm listening to that. I'm not just quieting it or saying, shut up, you're not allowed to be angry, you're not allowed to feel that way. Right? Yes, you are. That doesn't mean that you have to act on them. Again, your emotions are your guide, not your master. And when you stay in this containment energy, they become your master, which is why you feel that they are negative or they are bad. Emotions are just tools, like anything else. It's about the way you choose to use them that produces a negative or a positive outcome. Fulfillment. If you want to feel more happy, if you want to feel more fulfilled, it's going to be about you shifting your internal perception of what's happening right now, of what's happening around you. Thank you, Spirit. Am I being trapped or am I growing? I feel this way because I'm outgrowing myself. I'm outgrowing my space. Okay, then I need to expand. Then I need to grow some more. Then I need to give myself some room. I'm being asked to go inside and look inside right now. I'm being asked to stop and evaluate what's happening around me, because there's a reason that I'm being paused and I'm being asked to stop and look around. Remember, the hangman is not just about hanging you upside down. It's about giving you that revelation, right? Giving you that eureka, that aha moment that the tower brings you. I push myself to the edge so that I can see clearly beyond the perceptions of my old self. Remember that. And I know that in moments when people are triggering you or making you feel angry, that it's hard to take a step back and breathe and be like, remember, remember something deeper, have conscious thought. It takes practice. It takes practice to make it a habit, right? But it can't become a habit if you don't start consciously walking forward and making those steps to change your perception of what's happening around you. Otherwise, we're just a thing being used by the people and places and the things around us, right? Instead of a person who has control and has power over that, right? Do we ever have power over other people? No. Right? I don't have power to control how another person reacts. All I can do, what they say or what they do, all I can do is be the master of myself. And not the master of myself in a way where I push myself down and contain myself, but where I free myself, right? I free myself from the sense of I'm not scared to speak up because I can speak on this in a kind and understanding and rational way because I don't have all these emotions just waiting to just burst out and lash out at people, right? Self-empowerment requires self-understanding and seeing yourself in new ways and allowing yourself to evolve. All right. That's what I have for you today. Thank you so much for being here with me. I really appreciate you guys as always. Thank you to your angel spirits, guardians, masters, higher self, and God for leading you here to get the information that you got. I hope it gave you the love, light, or clarity that you needed in your situation. Thank you to my angel spirits, guardians, masters, and angels, ancestors, and guides, as well as God, for helping me to deliver this message to you and to keep me safe while they were doing so. As always, I really appreciate you guys. If you feel guided to get a personal reading from me, my contact information, is down below. All right. Like, share, subscribe, do the YouTube things. You guys know what's up. Let me know. Comment down below and let me know how this resonated for you. Okay. I really appreciate you guys as always. And I will see you lovelies in the next one, okay? Bye.